Hello, and thank you for listening to WRYAT, New Orleans' fifth-ranked public radio station. As always, we're broadcasting live from a prefabricated Home Depot shed located off of South Carrollton by the Popeyes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ronnie D'Amico.
This is Donnie Damico.
You listen to another exciting episode of Boat Talk.
See you on the water. Let's take our first caller.
Yeah, Boat Talk. I was wondering if you guys had any tips on fishing. Where to go, where to find the fish, what do I use? Give me some tips on fishing there, guys.
Oh, here's a tip. Stop fishing. That's the dumbest thing in the world, right? I mean, fish, that's passé.
Hold on, Donnie. What are you talking about, bruh?
I'm talking about what we're doing right now, Ronnie.
Donnie, listen. I've been listening to some different kind of music. And there was these clowns talking about magnets and how they're just a miracle.
Yes. That's why you brought me out here.
Yeah, Donnie, listen. If we tie these magnets that I took off your refrigerator to the end of the fishing pole and we stick them in the water, we can fish for metal things in the water.
I know. That's what I was really excited about. That's why I was happy to call that guy a chump. So now we can fish for metal things.
He's not a chump there, Donnie. I'm talking about metal in the water. Did you never see all those guys that found gold in the water back in the ancient times of 1949ers?
Yeah, pirates.
No, not pirates, Donnie.
I thought we were going to be
privateers.
You said we were going to be like pirates today. That's why I got my hat and the patch.
I appreciate you going all out there, pal, but...
And it's hot as hell.
I know. I'm sweating too. But listen, there's metal in the water.
All right, so let's cast out and try to get some of this metal, shouldn't we?
Yeah. All right. Now stand back, Donnie. This is a magnet at the end of this thing. It's not like that Bob Hook that caught you in the eye that one time.
Yeah, this patch came in handy for today. Helps with that pirate cosplay. All right, we're getting
Oh, Donnie, you got some.
Feel that? All right.
All right, Donnie, I'm going to put my hands around your waist, okay?
Yeah, grab on real tight. Yeah, okay. Squeeze if you need to. Reel it in. I'm reeling it in. Oh, come on. Y2K Disney World magnet. Don't fail me now. We got Mickey in the sorcerer's hat, and we got... look at that. Ronnie.
Is that what I think it is, Dawn?
Yeah. It's a titanium skeleton.
It's anatomically correct and proportional.
It is very anatomically correct and proportional. Hey, do you think this could have something to do with that Terminator guy? Terminator?
Oh, yeah. John Terminator.
You remember that one?
Yeah, it was... Oh, boy, those were some times.
Listen, just knock on that apparatus. Talk about anatomically correct, and it'll lift my eye patch. Yikes!
I wonder... I'm going to open up this back panel here. Oh, Johnny, check this out. There's a ton of space in here.
Wow.
I think there's room for both of us.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, if we can both try to fit into this.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, let's get it.
Terminator exoskeleton.
All right.
Lose some of this pirate gear.
Donnie, you're going to be Voltron. You're going to do the head for me, okay, pal?
Yeah, I work the head, you work the legs.
All right.
Okay, there's a good echo in here. You can tell, too. We are not getting a lot of oxygen in here. Ronnie!
Okay, Donnie, open them out. Open them out. Open them out, Donnie. Just open them out. All right, here. Oxygen. Okay, Donnie, you ready?
All right, yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right, let's put our best foot forward.
All right.
We are
and step.
The Bot Talk
Step.
Rowboat.
Boat Talk Robot. Boat Talk Robot. All right, Donnie.
All right, so let's go ahead and command the people to do our bidding, right? We should start heading back to town in this thing.
Yeah. Look, there's a guy over there. Hey, pal.
Hey, what do you think this is, big guy? Hey, this thing's kind of heavy. I think if we point too much, we're going to fall in the water. Oh, we're sinking.
Oh, Donnie, there's water coming in by the boots, pal.
Yeah,
there's water coming in the boots.
Okay, all right. Well, we got to check out at the boots or something. Look for any buttons or circuitry in this thing.
Oh, God, Donnie, I don't want to die, pal. I don't want to die.
Hey, wait a minute. I think that anatomically correct device is an escape pod. If we both cram in there and hit the eject button, it'll probably fire us out of the water. Come on.
All right, close the hatch. All right. All right. It really cramps up in the tip there, Donnie.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but I need the shaft. I like to put my feet up.
Yeah, I get it. I get it there.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to eject here. And Ronnie, I think I speak for both of us when I say I've never felt closer to you.
Yeah, Donnie, this makes me feel like when we used to have to share a sleeping bag.
We never had to, Ronnie.
Yeah, but just it was cold, Donnie, and it brought us together as a family.
I'm gonna hit the escape button now, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Boat Talk. I'm Donnie Damico.
I'm Ronnie D'Amico.
See you
out of the water.
Here we go.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Some News. Vice President Mike Pence was accused of being anti-gay by opposition parties. Republicans rose to his defense by pointing out that Mike Pence and his wife ate lunch with Ireland's openly gay leader. They also cited that time when they had a sleepover and Mike Pence was open to sharing the bed, but only if it was head to toe. Mayor LaToya Cantrell revealed this month that when she took office in May, New Orleans had only spent 1% of the $2.4 billion FEMA awarded the city in 2015. When asked why the city is holding the infrastructure improvement funds, the head of the Department of Public Works said he's planning on tripling the money by pinning it to the shirt of every New Orleans resident and then having them walk around the country saying it's their birthday. The first wave of birthday fakers is already in progress, with a contingency of Tulane sorority girls deployed to raise funds in their home state of Connecticut. The Children's Museum reopened at its new spot in City Park last Saturday. Said one grateful mom, quote, "It's just so nice to get them off their iPads and into the real world where they can swallow a liter of soap bubble liquid and break a plastic cash register," end quote. Entry is $14, but tickets for senior citizens are $12, and children under 12 months get in for free. Men in anime shirts, meanwhile, must give away the entirety of their chain wallets, and they are required to be wheeled around on a gurney while wearing a Hannibal Lecter mask. The East Bank Little League Baseball All-Stars celebrated their World Little League title win on Saturday with a float parade on Veterans Highway. This parade is the first one to celebrate a baseball victory in the city. When asked whether a similar parade would be held if a local student won the World Spelling Bee Championships in 2020, Jefferson Parish Mayor Ben Zahn screamed, "I hate nerds," then gave a child with glasses an atomic wedgie. The gay lifestyle festival Southern Decadence took place last weekend. French Quarter property owner Sidney Torres said he would have complained about the noise, but he was charmed by the gay community's use of tight pants and open collar shirts. In related news, Sidney Torres proclaimed he will continue to wear scarves to construction sites. This news is sponsored by Pacino's Coffee. Pacino's, for when PJ's doesn't have enough crazy shit on the walls. This news is also sponsored by Archbishop Rummel. At Rummel, we turn boys into men, and men into bitter divorcees with middle management careers, or drug dealers. And that has been this week's Some News.
Welcome back, team. You're listening to No Sports, only on WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio. Well, team, it's that time of the year. Professional football is back at our doorstep with one foot uncomfortably wedged between the door and the frame as it forcefully demands to be let in, and you know what that means. It's fantasy football draft season. And today, I'll be sharing my personal tips and tricks for drafting a championship contending team in any type of league. And not to brag, but I've won 3 league championships in the 97 leagues I've played in over the past 28 years, so hopefully you'll take my wisdom to heart. First, you're going to want to join a league. If you haven't already joined a league, consider making friends with people who are into fantasy football and convince them to let you join one of their leagues. Try not to be too weird about it, or you'll risk being fantasy blacklisted. You can also join a league of random strangers who also have no friends that like fantasy football, but want to explore the lifestyle anonymously. Second, have a draft, preferably before the regular season, but after the preseason. Sure, it's a small window, but knowledge is power, and during that week, the stars align so that everyone has even power knowledge, at least in regard to the health of a few hundred sturdy young men. Third, offer to host the draft party. Invite your friends or random strangers over to the draft. I'd recommend a good Wi-Fi signal, air conditioning, and catered turkey franks with a mayo bar by That Brat. Fourth, pick your favorite players. If you've been playing fantasy football for as long as I have, then you have a more intimate knowledge of these sturdy young men, and as such, you may have different favorite picks. Personally, my favorite fantasy players are those that are most likely to get more points than other fantasy players at their position week to week. But you can also go with local team favorites, funniest names, or that player your friend really wanted to get later in the draft. Take that guy first. And last but not least, talk shit. The most important part of any draft, and what I would argue determines the winner of the draft, is how unjustifiably proud you are of your team and how little you think of your opponent's shitty teams, no matter how much better they actually are. I'd also recommend exploiting your opponent's emotional vulnerabilities to get in their heads, like Jacob in my league, who refuses to trade Drew Brees to me. And Jacob, I know you're listening, and I also know what you did to that cucumber in college. And I want to know, Jacob, how bad do you really want Breeze? You have 3 freaking quarterbacks, Jacob. Anyway, those are my fantasy football draft tips for success. Good luck at your next draft, and see you next time, team.
Everybody, how you doing? Oh, that's so good to hear. Oh, it's 3 p.m. What can we see going on around the city? Well, first up, 3 p.m., keep Austin's beard, stretch marks, and the gout, and Bernie Cato's diet at Pooter Hounds. 5 p.m., James Taylor made Dear Dairy at the drive-thru. And last, Matthew Broderick is still a murderer at the Ordeal on the Bayou. 7 p.m. What you gonna hear? Some wonderful music from Spatula, Bacula, Dracula, Devil Made Me Chew It, Failed System of a Downtrodden Nation, and Marilyn Mason at Dixie Tap Urn. 9 p.m. What can we hear? Oh, we got the debit dogs doing taxes, kilometer maids, parents high rents, and Fallon Toothans close them out at Spanky and Dommy's. 10 p.m. Let 'em have it, pet golf-ish, and punk rock peers at Bar Acid Reflux. That's your music calendar. Hope you have a splendiferous night. Oh, how you doing, everybody? Okay, well, Loupe's got himself into a predicament, it seems. Got into work, and I said, oh, what's this dog doing out back of the studio? You hungry, boy? And the boy said, and I was like, okay, I guess that means yes. And so I let him in. And it seems that he's not a dog, y'all. It seems that who let the dogs out? No one. I let a coyote in. Loupe let a coyote in the studio, so I have an angry coyote in the studio with me. And I don't know what to do with my segment except for try to appease this angry beast. The dog days are over and coyote days are starting. My beast of burden is a coyote and I just want him to nap. Oh, if it was later, I'd be like, can we go outside and holler at the moon? And he'd probably be like, and then I'd be like, oh, I guess that's a no. Okay. But while I was frantic, and while I've been getting crazy, trying to figure out what to do, like, I don't know, I can't meep and run like a road runner. No, my knees are bad. and there's only so much space in this silly studio, so I just started thinking, what would Joni Mitchell do? And then I was like, oh yeah, I know something that she would do. She would say, no regrets, Coyote. We just come from different sets of circumstances, you know? Because you're wild and I'm not. I got structure right now. I'm trying to do a job. I'm up all night in the studios, but nighttime is daytime and daytime is nighttime depending on your sleep schedule. And you're up early on your ranch or wherever concrete street you seem to be roaming, but now you're inside. You'll be brushing out on Broad Moors Trail while the sun is ascending. Please get out. I'll just be getting home to my reel-to-reel, because that's how I'm taping this, also for my own personal pleasure. Besides digitally for the studio, I tape every single episode reel-to-reel. Personal fact, Loupe Gooru, stop yelling. Okay. Seems like Joni seems to be working a little bit on you. Okay. Just how close to the bone and the skin and the eyes and the lips you can get, huh? I just still feel so alone. I still feel related, though, because everyone's listening to me, okay? Either he's going to have to stand and fight, I'm talking to myself, or take off out of here. I'm talking to you now, Mr. Coyote, or Mrs. Coyote. I didn't even look underneath yet. Your undercarriage is so hairy, furry. What do you call it? Stop snarling. I just tried to run away myself, y'all. Yeah, that's the lyrics and the fact of what I'm trying to do, to run away and wrestle with my ego. Are you been sitting here by myself? Have I sent you here? Oh, Radiohead, I did it to myself, and that's what really hurts. It seems like, oh, who would have known that you wanted the Europeans? I'm looking through the imports to try to make, I'm just a creep now. I'm just a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Closing us out because you seem to have you ever heard of Blur? Oh, have I got a song too for you? Woo-hoo! Getting out of here, everybody. I figured it out.
This is WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.